Denise. Oh my gosh. Hey Terry. I got to tell you guys, I was a nervous wreck. I was crazy at work today. I was almost out my mind, so I'm about to tell you guys. I'm trying to wait for people to come in. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I'm on my way home from work right now. Now y'all can see I'm speeding. I got to slow down and relax right now. So those of you guys, thank you, Denise, thank you. So those of you that have been watching me for a long time, y'all already know how I am with my children. Y'all already know that them kids, they my world, they're my everything. I have 3 left out of the 9 kids that I have, that I've given birth to. I have 3 left at home. The twins, which they will be 16 years old, come November 4th, and Angel's 14. So I'm a single mom, so I have rules. I have to work. I don't get off. I'm just not getting off now. I get off work at 6:30, sometimes even 7 o'clock. The kids get out of school at 2:30. They usually make it home by 3. That means that I don't get off till 6. That means that there's 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours before I even get home after they're home, right? So now the kids are doing activities and everything. Ferran, I want him to do track. He's the only one that's not doing anything. He's not doing track. Little Farron, he's in wrestling, so he stays after school almost every day for wrestling. And Angel does dance. She's on a dance team, dance squad, club, whatever you want to call it. She does dance, so she stays after school. The rules are, when they are to get on their school bus, they are to call me or text me, either one, and let mama know that they have made it on the school bus. When they get off that bus, that means that when that bus pulls up by our house and lets them off that bus, the first thing they are to do is call me or text me and let me know that they are off the bus. And then when they get home, not to the house, but inside the house, when they get inside the house to where they're safe, they are to let me know that they're home inside the house. I'm going to tell you the reason why I do this. The reason why I do this, because I told you guys before, I stay in a very affluent white neighborhood, okay? We're the only family of color on my block. The only. Now, I should say the only blacks, because there are next door to me, there are Indians, Indian family that lives right next door to me. On the other side, there's white folks, and up the street, there's Koreans. There's some Koreans, or they're Chinese Korean or something, that lives up the street. But myself and my boys and my daughter are the only blacks that live on our block. Okay, that's how it is. And I love where I stay. Don't get me wrong, I love where I stay. I love the neighborhood, everything. If you heard anything about where I stay lately, if you're from Chicago and you've been reading in the news, you know that there's been a lot of shit going on in Naperville. Starting, because that's where I stay. Starting with, there's a kid at one of the high schools that put on Craigslist. Now, this kid put on Craigslist that he's offering up to sell another black kid for slavery. This the fuck shit that they're doing right now in Naperville. Two other kids have been calling one of the schools, Naperville North, and making threats that they're gonna blow up and shoot up the school every day. Every day, as of last week. This school is literally down the street from my house, okay? So I train my kids and I tell them, especially my sons, especially my boys. I shared the story with you guys about how I had to tell my son to stop cutting through people's backyards because I didn't want one of them white folks that don't like us to mistake him and say they thought he was stealing something and shoot him. So I told him, walk around the long way, right? So yeah, I'm safe. I'm good. It's not about me. It's about my babies. So the Angel stays after school. Angel stays after school. The older twin stays after school. They're at school. Now they're safe. They're still at school. Ron goes straight home from school. Mind you, he get out of school at 2:30, right? He gets out of school at 2:30. I had been calling him from 2:35 all the way up to 4:18. I could tell, I can remember as if it just happened right in front of me, because when you a mother and some shit go down, you don't forget shit. You don't forget colors. You don't forget numbers. You don't forget how you felt, how you look. You don't forget nothing when it comes to your kids and some shit go. So from 2:35 to 4:18, okay, I had been calling my son and I didn't get any answer. No answer. He's not calling me. He's not answering. He's not, oh, we're going to get to nothing. So now I'm around 5 o'clock. I'm getting, no, matter of fact, at 4:30. I'm getting worried. I tell the people at my co-workers, and then I just said, I'm getting worried. Something's not right. You know, my son never done this before. He always texts me or call me. Something's not. And they're like, you know, they're trying to soothe me, calm me down. They're like, no, Gina, he's okay. He's fine. Don't worry about nothing. He's good. My mind, that mother instinct said, no, something's not right. So, of course, what I did was I looked up the wellness number for my area, and I called the police department. I called the police department and I said to them, my son did not come home. I don't know if he's at home. He did not call me. My son is not answering the phone. This is not like him. I told him his twin. I said he has a twin. His twin brother is at school. My daughter is at school. So the lady was like, okay, she asked me for all the information. She said how old he is. I told her how old he is. She said, does he have a cell phone? I said, yes, he has a cell phone. I gave her the cell phone number. She said, okay. She said, what's your name, your number? Now she took all my information. She said, all right, we're going to send a squad car out to your house. Okay. She sends the car out to my house. They call me. One of the officers called me while the other officer is walking around y'all know I got a big house. The other officer is walking around my house. He's walking around the neighborhood while the other officer is banging. I'm hearing him. He's banging on my door. No one comes to the door. He says to me, he says, we're here at your house. He says, no one's coming to the door. I said, what do you mean no one's coming to the door? He says, we're banging, we're shouting. He says, no one's coming to the door. We're answering the phone. So now I'm like this. I'm like this, y'all. I'm nervous as fuck. I'm like, I'm about to leave. I gotta go. I'm about to leave. The police officer's partner is walking around. I told you guys, because we usually, what are y'all doing? We usually leave our door. I mean, I stay in a good, decent neighborhood, so sometimes we go in. We don't always lock the door. The officer must have checked the doorknob. Now, before he goes in, his partner is on the phone with me, and his partner is saying to me, I saw some kids that was down the street from your house. He said the children were outside playing. He said they look like they're about to be about around your son's age. He said, I asked them, had they seen your son? And they said no, they hadn't seen him. No kid had walked past them. No kid had walked down the street. I said, what do you mean? I said, my son got out of school at 2:30. He usually gets home by 3 o'clock. You telling me he's not in the house? So now I'm like, all right. I'm finna leave. I didn't know what I was gonna do, because when you in that state of mind, you don't even need to be driving. So meanwhile, the other officer is looking around my house, looking around the property. He goes in. They do a search inside of my house. Thank you, Jesus. You know where my baby was at? In the fucking bed with his headphones on, laid out in the bed, listening to TV, watching TV, whatever. The other officer said, wait a minute. I think my partner found him. So they woke him up and they told him, call your mother, because your mother is freaking out. He's calling me while I'm still talking to the other officer on the other phone. He says, we got your son. Your son's okay. He's safe. And I said, you're looking at him. Are you looking at him? He's like, yes, he's right here in front of me. He's safe. He's good. Let me tell you about a black mother living in a white neighborhood where they're victimizing our black men, our black children, every fucking day. I've never been so fucking scared in all my life. That's all I got to tell you. I've never ever been so fucking scared in all my life, especially when that officer told me he was banging on my door and my son was nowhere to be found. You talking about something? This is why I say, keep your family close. Pay attention to what your children are doing, because they may not be here today, tomorrow. Every parent that sends their child out to school expects for them to come home. What are you gonna do if yours is that one that don't make it home? Y'all talking about somebody that was scared out they fucking mind. My coworker said to me, she said, Gina, are you okay? I said, no. Did you hear what I said? She said, Gina, are you okay? It's gonna be all right. I said, no, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna be okay until you tell me my son is breathing, until I can talk to him. Girl, let me tell you something, Denise, I don't play. I pray over my children around the clock. Do you hear me? When I wake up in the morning, I'm praying over them babies. When I go to sleep, I'm praying over them. When I walk to the bathroom to take a piss or shit, I walk in their room and I'm praying over them. When I leave work every day, I pray over my car and I say to the Lord, get me home to my children. Just get me home to my babies. Cynthia, you don't even know, baby. You don't even know. Hey, Just Read, when that officer said we got him, and his partner said he was in the room with the headphones on, he didn't hear us. He was in the room with the headphones on and he was laying in his bed. Girl, I couldn't the tears start flowing down my face. You hear me? The tears start flowing down my face, because all I could think about when that officer said he couldn't find my son, when that officer said my son wasn't coming to the door, all I could think about is, did one of these motherfuckers take my baby? Is he laid out in a backyard? Did he cut through somebody's backyard and they mistaked him because he wears all black? Y'all see him. Y'all see when I'm on when we went shopping just yesterday. What did he have on? My baby had on all black. They think it's we taking something. We doing something. And he is the most well-respected child that you would ever know. He would never touch anything that do not belong to him. He would never disrespect anybody. But I was scared. I was scared out my motherfucking mind, and I ain't never been scared of nothing. You don't know how scared you will be until you realize that your son is not coming home, or your son did not come home. All I can think about is all the mothers. They've been talking lately about that mom whose son was murdered in the high school. Y'all remember that? And they found him in a bin or something with his insides taken out. with his organs taken out. How the fuck some shit go down like that? How is it that your black son is murdered in school and then his organs been removed? What the fuck kind of fuck shit is that? You talking about somebody thinking about, yes, horrible, horrible. And that officer was at my door. I'm hearing him bang on the fucking door. And he said to me, no one's come to your door. He says, no one's in the house. I said, what do you mean no one's in the house? And before I could say, did you check in the house? Did you check his partner had already went in my house. His partner had already went in my house and went from room to fucking room and found my baby in the bed with headphones on. And all I can do was get on my knee and say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Because you're talking about me having all kind of horrifying thoughts going through my mind. When even the neighbors, when even the neighbors and the neighbors' kids, no one saw him. So you see how quickly your child could disappear? You see how quickly? My daughter, Angel called the school. Angel called her friends at the school. She says, Mom, some of my friends ride the same bus. I'm going to call them and text them, and I'm going to see if he got on the bus. I said, yeah, Angel. I said, find out through them, did he get on the bus? Because I didn't even know if he had gotten on the bus yet. Angel, I said, and call me back. Don't text me. Call me back. Angel called. My boss even said, she said, let me know, keep me abreast, let me know what's going on. If you gotta leave, she said, leave. So Angel called me back, and Angel said, Mommy, they said he got on the bus. I said, Angel, they saw him get on the bus? She said, yeah, they said he was on the bus. Now, mind you, the kids said he got on the bus, but the children on my block said they never saw him. Are you listening to what I said? The kids at the school that ride the bus with him said he got on the bus and they saw him, but the children on my block told the officer, we ain't see no black kid. Now, he ain't hard to miss. He ain't hard to miss. He a little bit darker than me, and he wearing all black. Y'all ain't see no black kid wearing all black in a hoodie walking down the block by himself. They said, we ain't seen nobody. This is what the officer told. He said, I asked the children that are out on the block. They look to be around his age, and they said they never saw him. And then he said, he's not coming to the door. He's not coming to the door. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? That's just what I said to him. I said, what the fuck you mean? What you mean he's not? He says, man, we're banging on the door and no one's coming to the door. And he said, wait a minute. And his partner went in my house and was walking around and walking through every room. And he brought him out. He woke him up and he brought him out. And I can hear the officer as he's talking to me on the phone. And the other officer is like, your mom is going crazy over y'all. I would have just died. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I would have just, if something had happened to that boy, y'all, I don't play about my children. And he's about to be 16 years old. I don't play. I want to know that they made it home and that they're in the house and that they're safe, because I have to tell my sons, y'all don't even understand. I have to tell my sons how to react when they just taking the garbage out. Some of you all might remember that when we were staying in our apartment, we stayed in a real beautiful apartment community, when I was in a townhouse, and the boys would have to take the garbage out to the dumpster. And y'all might have heard me, those videos still up a couple of times. I'm telling my sons what to do and what not to do, because I don't want them to get shot. I don't want something to happen to them, because I know somebody, especially if they're of the opposite color, would be saying what they thought. I thought he was trying to break in my car. Or I thought he was trying to break it. Because you know they always think. They always think that they're trying to do something. And when my baby when I didn't hear from him, that's all I could think about. That's all I could think. I told them, and we about to have a conversation when I get home. We about to have a conversation when I get home, because I need for him to never, ever, never, ever forget to contact me. I told him when he was on that phone in front of the cops, I said, if you text me and I don't respond, pick up the fucking phone and call me and let me know that you're okay. If mommy didn't respond back and say, okay, you're good, all right, or you pick up that goddamn phone and you call me and you let me hear your voice that you made it home. Because there's so many of our children, of our babies, that are not making it home. And you ain't gotta be in a nice neighborhood like me. This is all over. This is all over. That they not. Just like everybody, did y'all see how many bodies they found in the process of them looking for that little white girl? That young white girl, did y'all see all of the bodies that they found while they were all doing a whole worldwide, because see, they ain't gonna do no worldwide search of my son. If my baby had been missing, no, they not gonna pull the troops out like they did for that white girl when that black mother got on there and said, why they ain't looking for my son like that? And when they found her son, he was dead. And I saw today a picture they had of all the other people that they found, because they were all looking for her. Because they were all looking for her. We gotta be there for each other. We gotta be there for each other. We gotta look out for each other. We gotta pull together for each other. I'm the lucky one. I'm the lucky one, because my baby, he made it home. He did make it home. But how many didn't? I just found out through one of my coworkers, they said an 8-year-old, 8. Can you imagine? An 8-year-old is missing, and they said the mama's still looking for him. The mama still thank you, Lady 69. They turned heaven and earth for those privileged folks. Jay Parrish, you better go on and talk about it. You better go on and talk about it. Just Reed said, calm down, Gina. Give it to him good. But calm down first. I know you're I'm still shaking. Y'all don't even know. And I ain't gonna give it to him. I'm gonna let him know how much I love him. And it will tear me apart. If something happened to any one of them, I couldn't live. I lost a daughter that took her life. Somebody else that go and take my son's life, and then you got a cop that's at your door telling you your child is not even there. He didn't waste no time. He told me my son was not there. He said the house is empty. That's what he said. He hadn't even went in. He hadn't even, thank you, Jay, because I need to get it out. He hadn't even went in my house. And he told me my son wasn't there. And then he spoke to some little white kids on the block that told them they didn't see him. They never saw a black kid. Well, we're the only black family on the fucking block. I just thank God. I thank God that he's okay. When the other two came home, I called them. Angel didn't even know Little Farron had made it home. They were on separate buses. I said to her, is your brother home? She said no. And then I called him. He said, Mom, I'm home. I said, y'all don't even know that each other's home. I need you guys to know. I need you to know. Yeah, y'all got to stop, man. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. They not gonna worry about us. He's just a little black kid, honey. He's just a little black. That cop wasn't gonna look for him no more than he had to. He said, I saw the kids on the block and I asked them. They say they ain't see him. They didn't see no boy. They didn't see no kid walk down the street. If it wasn't for the other officer that decided to go in my house and walk through every room until he found my son. That's what they do. All of us that's missing. So many children that's missing. But you always see the Amber Alert. You always see all over the news. You always see everywhere when it's a little white kid. Let it be a little white. Let it be a white girl, boy, man, woman. They always there to protect them. I don't waste no time. God told me I waste no time. Thank you, Crystal. I waste no time. When something goes down with one of my children, you guys see me, I ask for help immediately. I go out and my next step was going to be all over social media. I'm not going to lie. I don't give a fuck about what they say, how they feel. Because I'm the only one that take care of mine. Nobody takes care of my children the way I take care of my children. And I'm not just going to let nobody run and just take them away from me. You're not just going to take my babies away from me. You're not. And now we got to have a conversation. We have to have a conversation because he needs to know what it is that he needs to do, because this ain't no joke. It's too many children coming up missing. You got other children, the very children that my children go to school with are posting shit on Craigslist saying, I got a nigga for sale. I got a nigga for sale for slavery. You want to buy him to be your slave? That's what the fuck they're doing. This is what they're doing. You got other white kids. These are children. These are children. Fuck the adults worrying about what the adults gonna do. Fuck worrying about what the adults gonna do. You got to fucking worry about the children that they go to school with. Because these motherfuckers is sitting up there saying, you want a slave? I got a slave kid. They posted that shit on Craigslist. They just said the other school that's down the street from us, they sat there and made all kind of threats and all kind of shit. Like, come on. It don't make no sense. It does not make no sense. And I'm like, damn. I don't know. I talk to my neighbors. I say hi and bye to them. I just pulled in my driveway. I say hi and bye to them, but I don't hold no conversations with them. Every now and then, we might hold a conversation when we have the block club party or some shit like that, but I don't know them enough to where I got their phone number and I could say, could you go over there and knock on my door and see if my kids is made it home safe? Could you just check to make sure that all three of my babies is good? So there's precautions and there's things that I have to do myself, and I have to make sure that they abide by it so that I know that they made it home safely. And when it's one missing link that's missing and they don't abide by it and they miss it, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm freaking the fuck out. Just the other day, I was walking down the street and there was a mother, and I think she was African, and she was with two children, and she said, I was taking the groceries out the car, and she said, hi, how you doing? And I said, hello, how you doing? I ain't never seen no other black person on this block but me and my children. And I told you guys about when when we first went to our block club party and everybody was there. Honey, let me tell you something. Not one, not two. There were 3 or 4 people said, "Oh, I know you. You stay in a such and such house on the end. You be walking to school with you got the two boys and the little girl, right? You be walking. They already was watching us. They already knew. They already was watching us. So you never know who's watching you, who paying. That's why when that motherfucker said he was threatening, he was gonna come over here and come to my house and he was gonna shoot me and he was gonna shoot my children. I said, come on. Cause they know who belong on this block. They know who car belongs in this driveway because they watch. And you know when you a minority and when you outside, they gonna watch you even more. They gonna watch you even more than the others. The white folks, just read. The white folks that's on my block. That's what I'm talking about. So we have to move and do things differently. And I have to tell my children. I tell my son all the time, I don't like it. I don't like it that he has to walk home by himself. He has to get off that bus by himself. He has to come home by himself because his brother they're both staying after school for their after school activities. So I told him, you got to get an after school activity. You're going to have to find something that because I need for all 3 of you guys to be together. That's great. Who threatened to shoot? Chopper. You don't remember that? You don't remember that disgusting piece of shit that threatened and said illicit stuff, disgusting stuff that he would do to my daughter? And then he threatened to come to my house. He said he would come out here and we would walk out the door and he said he'd stand across the street and he'd shoot us. And I said, you come on, because I guarantee you won't make it. You won't make it past the first house on my block. Because don't no black folks stay out here. And you blacker than night. You blacker than midnight. So they gonna know something wrong. They gonna know something. Because the darkest person that's on this block is for Ron. And Ron is not even dark. And that's one of the reasons why I have to keep an eye and I have to stay on their neck because they still black. And somebody will still be saying, I thought they did something. That's what they're going to say. I thought he was trying to steal something. I thought he was a criminal. Well, he got on all black. How many black kids did you know we're all black? And that's 90%. That's 90% of the children that's out here that wears all black and the hoodies and the face mask and everything. That's their favorite color. That's just the kid thing. I freaked the fuck out. Wasn't no ifs, ands, buts about it. And I told him, I said, oh no, I got to call the police. I have to send the police to my house. And when that officer said, we banging on the door, we're knocking, nobody's there. I guess he was around the back. Thank God I didn't have my gates locked, because usually I have my gates locked. And the kid that cuts my grass, he had cut my grass a couple of days ago. About 3 days ago, he had cut my grass. And so I didn't have my gate locked. And so I guess one of the officers was in the front, the other one was in the back. And he's like, we're banging, and I'm screaming and we're calling his name, and there's no one here. That's what he said. He says, there's no one here. I said, what do you mean no one's there? I said, he's been out of school since 2:30. And then they said, where's your daughter? I said, my daughter is at school, and I gave them the name of the school. I said, my daughter and his twin are still at school. He came home by himself right after school, and he never called me. He never contacted me. I said, and it's going on 5 o'clock now, and I still haven't heard from my son. And all I could think about is, did he make it off that bus? Because they said he was on the bus. Did he make it off the bus safely? Did he make it from the bus stop to the home? Did he ever even get in the house? I know none of this because remember, I work 30 minutes away. It takes me exactly 28 minutes. If I leave straight out of my job at 6 o'clock, it takes me anywhere from 25 to 28 minutes to get here. And usually if I'm dragging a little bit, I'll get here exactly 30 minutes. I know the shit down to the T. You know why? Because I timed them down to the T. When they get on that bus, my children is supposed to make it here between 2:45 and 3 o'clock. I give them until 3. I give them that extra time. If I don't hear from them by 3 o'clock and they ain't told me they in this house, they already know I'm looking for them. They already know I'm looking for them. So now I'm thinking all kind of shit because, your mind start playing games on you. So I'm thinking all kind of stuff. I told you my husband's oldest daughter reached out to them and exactly Tracy's dirty bedroom, exactly. um I'm thinking crazy stuff. So I'm like, did this little girl, set me up for my husband to get my son? I'm thinking y'all don't even know because your mind start playing tricks on you. So I didn't know what was what, because that was gonna be my next thing step. Like, does this motherfucker got my son? Like, I didn't know what was what. So I said, I'm just going. Let me see what the officer says. Let me calm down. And while I'm on the phone talking to the one cop, the other one is looking around, and the officer's like, no one's in the house. No one's here. We're banging on the door. We're screaming, and no one came. And the other officer went in the house. Went in the house. And I was just like, oh, Jesus. And he said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He said, hold on, Miss James. He said, wait a minute. He said, I think we found him. And I said, huh? He said, I think my partner found him. He said, he's coming down. And I hear him. Because you know your baby. If they whisper, you know your baby. And I hear him. And he says, yep, we found him. We got your son. He's okay. He's all right. And then the other officer in the background said he had the headphones on and he was laying in his bed with the headphones on. Man, y'all just don't even know. Y'all just don't even know. I know I'm lucky. I know I'm blessed because I'm one of the ones that got my son back and he was okay. Because there's so many others out here whose children just walking home from school is being abducted. Things happening. That other black kid from Chicago, he was in college. Thank you, Crystal. Yes, thank God. The other gentleman was in college, and he was kidnapped from college and murdered. And where did they find him? They found him in the lake. That mother never got her baby back. She got her body. She was lucky enough to get a body. And she's still wondering what happened. And she's still hurting because the police and them didn't look sooner. That officer, he was finna leave. He was finna leave. He wasn't even gonna stay there. He was finna leave. He hadn't even went in to even look around. I don't know if the other officer was black, white, Mexican. I know the one that I was talking to on the phone was white. And he was like, there's no one here. No one's at the house. He's not coming to the door. And the other officer went in. He went in. And my door's still intact. My door's still intact. I'm looking at it from here. And so he didn't bust it open. It was unlocked. It was unlocked. Man, pray for your kids. I know that sense of panic. I made a video about a similar situation a while back. Wow. How did the other officer get inside? My front door was unlocked. My front door was unlocked and he just walked in. He had to have checked the knobs, because usually that's what they do. They'll check the knobs, and he checked the knob and it was unlocked and he went inside. The other officer, the one that I was talking to on the phone, was in the back of my house, and he couldn't get in because the back door, we keep that door locked, because I remember I was telling you before, someone had been going in through my side gates. Someone had been going in, and they would stop at the window and we could see the footprints from the snow. And I was concerned because I didn't know who it was. So I put locks on my gate and we keep it locked. But like I said, my son just got home. And when he got home from school, he probably just left the door unlocked. So they realized that, well, the partner, because the other one was in the back, realized the front door was unlocked, and he went in the house because he was the one that found him in the room after he went through my house. And the partner said, hold up, wait a minute, I think he found him. And I was like, because I was leaving. Do you hear me? When we was on, he said that no one was here. I was gathering my shit, and I was finna walk out. I was ready to leave. I told you, I'm not asking. I'm telling you, when it comes, just like I told that last bitch, she said, when I told y'all when something went down with Angel, and I said, oh, did you think I was asking you? Bitch, I'm not never asking no boss, nobody else, no supervisor. I'm not never asking you no shit that's got to do with my children. Fuck you and fuck this motherfucking job. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. I ain't never asking. And my boss said she knew. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. And I was gathering my shit when that motherfucker said nobody was at my house. And he said it's nobody. He said his exact words were, nobody's here. He said nobody's coming. We're banging on the door. I'm screaming. I'm shouting his name. And he said no one's here. And the other officer went inside. Hey, boss lady. Yeah, Lola, I'm not asking them. Other broad talking about some, well, you didn't ask. You didn't let us know. Bitch, I'm not asking you. I'm never asking you. As I feed them, I take care of them. I sit out here and work my motherfucking ass to the motherfucking bone to make sure that they're good. And you think I'ma ask you, can I go and see about my child? Bitch, you got me all the way fucked up. They got me all the way fucked up. Ain't nobody never more important than them. Never more important than them. And when I was gathering my shit to go, my boss, she was like, Gina, just let me know what's going on. She said, please just let us know. They was like, it's going to be okay. They was like, it's going to be okay. And I was like, thank you. And the girl, she was like, are you good? No, I'm not good. I'm not going to be good until I know my son is breathing. Until I know he breathed. That scared the fuck out of me. Scared the fuck out of me. Made my heart stop. Imagine, from 2:30. From 2:30, they didn't find him until 5:15. It was like 5:15, 5:20 is when he was located. At least when I knew he was good. From 2:30 to 5:15, that would. And I'm sitting up here wondering, I'm trying to figure out, damn, should I leave now? Or should I, what? I don't even know what to do. All I know is I got to wait to hear something from the officers. Hi, keep it cute. That's dangerous, though. He has to know that laying sleep with the headphones on is dangerous. Anything could be going on and he wouldn't know. Exactly. Thank you, because I told you we definitely gonna have to have a conversation. We're definitely gonna have a family conversation, because y'all don't know. That scared the living daylights out of me. That scared the living daylights out of me. I literally, I didn't know what to do. All I knew was they was just like, calm down, Gina. It's gonna be okay. Let's wait to and you know those seconds and minutes seems like hours and days when you waiting for them to call you back, when you waiting for, the hospital or the doctors or the detectives or the police, when you waiting for someone to call you back to tell you, those it seemed like seconds or minutes to somebody else, but to you it seemed like them minutes seems like hours. It seemed like because I had been calling him from 2:30 up until like 4:15, 4:18. That's no 4:15. 4:18 is when I'm finna call the police. I'm about to call the police and send the police to my house, cuz it was eating me up. Door unlocked and headphones on. Anybody could have walked in. Yep. Yep. Anybody could have walked in, shot him, did anything to, he would have had no clue. He would have had no clue, because he didn't even know the officers had walked in my house. He had no clue till the officer took the headphones off, and it probably scared the shit out of him. It probably scared, I guarantee you, it's probably scared the living shit out of him. When my son didn't come home until 4 a.m. one time, I cussed him completely out after I knew he was safe. That part. Yep. That part. Keep it safe. I even tell my other children, my grown children, my son, they take trips all over. My daughter's an airline stewardess. My other daughter travels all. I tell them all the time, I said, you grown, you can go do what you want to do, but at least let me know where you at and that you're safe. Just say, Ma, I made it to my hotel room. Ma, my hotel room is such and such. So I'm staying at such and such hotel. I said, just in case, because if some shit go down, I'm all you got. I'm all you got, because mama ain't gonna give up. Mama ain't gonna stop when them other motherfuckers don't want to look. When ain't nobody else don't want to do anything, your mama ain't gonna stop. And I tell them that all the time. Let me know. You did everything you had to do. Plus, with the door unlocked, anyone could have came in and robbed you. Yep. You two need to have a conversation. I agree with you. Yep. All three, Crystal. I'm having a conversation with all three. And let me tell y'all, if don't nobody know better than Crystal King know how I get down when it comes to something that goes down with my children. I'm calling the troops. I'm calling out for everybody. When my other daughter was missing, because the boyfriend had kidnapped her, and I had Facebook, Instagram, you name it. I had everybody out there looking for her. My other son, when we went through, I had everybody. Same thing was happening here. My boss was like, let us know. Let us know what we did. That goddamn police officer said my baby wasn't here. I said, okay, I'm on my way home right now. We're going to start. We're going to start from where he left. And that's that motherfucking school. Because all I'm thinking about is that just last week, they just put in the paper that they finally arrested the kid and charged the kid that was talking about he was selling classmates into slavery. They just convicted that motherfucker out here. They just convicted him. So now you got to be worried about how you send your kids to school, especially if they of color. Is they gonna come back home? You don't know. That's the reason why I put into play. Y'all remember when Angel got in that fight? Do y'all remember when Angel got in that fight with that girl? I knew before the fucking school. Because Angel called me immediately. Immediately, I was already heading up to the school. When the cops and them called me and said, we need you to come down, I said, I'm pulling up right now. They said, huh? They said, what? because that's how I have them trained. But sometimes because they're children slip up. They slip up and they forget. And they know. So that's what I got to teach. You can't forget. You can't forget. Just reset, right. We're not trying to get in their business, but somebody needs to know where they are, grown and all. Yes. Yep. Never underestimate the power of a black mother, especially Gina. Thank you, Crystal. You better not, because I don't play about mine. I do not play about my children. I have worked hard to make sure that they're good kids, to make sure that they have what it is that they need, to make sure that they don't want for nothing. My kids don't want for nothing. The twins' birthday is November 4th. Y'all ain't heard me. I ain't even mentioned their birthday until now. I ain't asked a motherfucker for nothing, and I already got plans. For what we're going to do for their sweet 16, because they're going to be 16. But I don't want you taken away from me before you turn 16. So I got to wake them back up. I got to remind them that this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. And I told him in front of them cops when he said, Mommy, I text you. He said, Ma. He said, I said, I didn't get no text, Ron. I said, it didn't go through. I said, did I respond? He said, nope. I said, if I didn't respond, you fucking call me. I said it just like that to the officer. I said, if I didn't respond, you fucking pick up the phone and call me. I need to hear your voice. And he said, all right, Ma. He said, okay. I said, I love you, and I'll see you when I get off work. I'm not playing about my babies. I'm not playing about my kids. I'm not playing about that. They're my life. These babies are my life. And I'm not going, I don't know how others feel about theirs. And see, you got they can't leave this shit alone. They can't leave this YouTube shit alone. And when you hear the baby screaming in the background, you hear things going on. Some of them even walk up to the motherfucking camera and tell them, Mommy, when you go, you been on for hours, and they don't make a move. What do y'all see anytime any one of mine come? Anytime y'all see I shift. Any one of mine come up and talk to me. I don't tell y'all to wait. I don't say hold the fuck on. I shift, because they is what's important. This gonna still be here. But that shit shook me the fuck up. You talking Bell. You talking about, you said this shook you so bad. I was shook. Do you hear me? I was shook like a motherfucking earthquake. Scared the living life out of me. Hey, Tropical. Scared the life out of me. I didn't know which way to turn. I knew nothing. I know this, though. I know that little voice in my head say, call the police and send them to your house. And I told my job, I'm sending the police to my house right now. And depending on what they say, I gotta go. And soon as he said, wasn't nobody here, and they couldn't find him. Oh shit, I was gathering my shit together. Let me get my coat, let me get my purse, let me get my bag, I gotta get up out of here. And right then he said, wait a minute. Hold it. He said, wait. He said, I think my partner found him. And I'm like, what? Excuse me, what? He said, I think my partner found him. And he come back and he said, yep, he got him. He's safe. He's okay. They know what's going on. They know that this prejudice shit out here has reached a level beyond when you got where they learn that shit from. You tell me where they get that from. When you got children talking about, I'm gonna sell you. Putting other children on Craigslist, talking about they gonna sell them into slavery. Children doing this. That's insane. They closed that school down 3 days straight. They closed that school. One of the days they had to send them, I think, no, not one, two. 2 of the days, they said they had to send the kids right back home because somebody from somewhere was making threats, talking about they was blowing everybody up in the school. They was going to kill us. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on, D Rich 50. Drop on down. It's taught hatred. That's where they get that. Don't no kid learn that. Don't know. They're not born with that in them. They're taught that. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Gina Mons in chat. Oops. I'm glad your son's okay. If he were mine, we'd be having a nose to nose to sharing me half today. Yep. From scaring me. Yep. Yep. Okay, I was shook for a minute. Good now, child. Thank you, boss lady. Thank you. Thank you to all of you guys that jumped in and that was concerned. I just needed to share this because there's other parents that's out here and around and they don't do half the shit I do. There's other parents that's on here that when they children get home from school, they don't even ask them, how was school? Was school okay? Where you been? They don't even ask that. So if their child didn't even come home and was missing, they fucking wouldn't even know because they don't have a routine. They don't have a routine. I got a routine and I stay in a safe neighborhood. That's crazy. Motherfuckers don't never know how it feels until the shoe is on the other foot. Yep. Yep. Exactly. And I always, y'all see how every time y'all see me, it's me, Angel, and it's the twins. It's always us. Everything that we do, it's always us. It's the twins' birthday. The twins' birthday is November 4th. It's always about them. It's gonna always be about them. Okay, Crystal. I'm focusing on them. Hey, y'all, I just woke up and seen Miss Gina title. Girl, I was like, what the fuck? Yep. I said, they ain't gonna believe this. I was crazy. That's the reason why I always say, God, keep me covered. Oh, God, keep me covered. I don't blame you, Miss Gina. Stay on them. Safety comes first. Yep. And that's why I always say, some people might think I'm overprotective. Other folks say, I don't even allow the twins to even go outside to play and kick it until I get home. If ain't one of my grown children here, they're not even allowed to go out because it would always be that one time. See, I know they safe. I know they safe as they can be in the house. But they can go and walk across the street. I have to groom them and I have to tell them how to react when they even go take the fucking garbage out. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Because somebody might say, it could be a white person that move across the street and see my son coming out in a hoodie taking the garbage out, and then he say, what you doing at that house? What you doing in that garage? Oh, them the kids playing. I heard kids hollering. And then if they feel that they doing something wrong, they shoot. That's why I tell them, I said, if someone says something, I said, drop what you got in your hand. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Don't move and say, I live here. Call my mother. Can you call my mother? Can I call my mother? Don't move. I told them, I said, because I want you to be safe. I want you to be safe. Because that's what and that's fucked up. And y'all remember I told y'all this back when I was staying in an apartment. That's fucked up when you have to train your child how to take garbage out. You got to train your child how to take garbage out. They ain't say, and some people might say, go and move. Then what I'm going to go move to the hood? I'm gonna go to the hood where they really in trouble now, because then now it's a double-edged sword. Because if I go to the hood, I gotta worry about the gangbangers coming after them. I got to worry about the gangbangers trying to recruit them. I got to worry about them going to a school that ain't about shit. The teachers don't give a fuck. At least here they have a chance. They have a chance here. But it's just the way that we got to go about it. It's a way that we have to do things because they are of color. And it's always going to be that one person that's going to feel some type of way. It is. Yeah, it's a whole lot it's just going on. It's a whole lot that's going on. And that is one of the reasons why I pray for them. I pray for my children every day. I pray. When my babies leave up out of here, it's dark outside. They have to be at the bus stop by 6:20. They have to be at the bus stop by 6:20. They leave up out of here by 6:10, 6:15. They usually leave up out of here. They got to catch the bus right up the block. All it takes, and all three of them leave together, is one person. They walk across their grass or something, or they cut through the side, and somebody, oh, I thought he was still, but they going to school with a backpack on at 6:30 in the morning, in the fucking morning. That's why I be nervous. Yeah. Some people might say, well, damn, it was 2:30, it's 3 o'clock, it was after 3. Damn, give him break. No. I ain't never cut man no slack. I ain't never giving man no break. I need to know where you at. Now, once they grown and up out of here, if they want to leave up out of here when they turn 18, they want to leave like their brother did. Once they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They can go in and out. They can do whatever it is that I don't have nothing to say. But as long as they're here under my roof and I got to make sure they breathing, I got to make sure that they good, I'm going to need to know where you at. I'm going to need to know what's. I wasn't that nervous, y'all, when I went to Vegas. I ain't gonna even lie. I just came back a couple days ago. When I went to bed, I wasn't that nervous because I knew they went out the house. They weren't out the, they wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't that nervous. I ain't never been shook. You talking about a bitch that was shook? I was shook. There was nothing wrong with being a protective mom. Thank you, boss lady, because I was on it today. I was on it. I called them officers and I said, can you send a car to my house? Can someone please go and check my house, my home, to make sure that my son made it there, that he's not laying in somebody's backyard or laying on the side of a road like all these other babies are that still have not came home yet. That don't make no sense. Angel too. I worry about Angel too. I just want to make sure that mine is there, that they're good and that they're okay. And I think God is good all the time. God is good all the time because he was home. He was home and he was safe. But like I said, we got to have a conversation because if you going to go to sleep, then go to sleep, but you don't need them fucking headphones on. You shouldn't have them headphones on. And if you come in the house, why the goddamn door ain't locked? Lock the motherfucking door. We all got a code to the garage. We don't need a key. We got a code to get in our garage and go straight in the house. So it's just some stuff that I have to have a conversation, with all three of them, and I just thank God. I'm just glad that the Lord didn't take him away from me, because that scared the hell out of me. And the last time, I'll never forget this. The last time I had to do a wellness check on my family, this was back, I was still with my husband. I was in the hospital with the twins. I was in the hospital. I was still pregnant with the twins. And I had called him and nobody was answering the phone. I called his phone. I called the other kid's phone. Nobody was answering the phone. And I was so scared. And I had to call the officers for them to go to our house to do a wellness check. That was 16 years ago. That was 16 years ago. So, knock on some wood. thank God that it was 16 years flew by and I ain't never had to do. And I pray to God that I never have to do that again. Cause they have to stay on top of their stuff and make sure that they checking in and that they're doing what they need to do, so that I know that they good. Just like when I go, Ma, my son come, he said, Ma, you ain't coming home. I said, no, I'm in Vegas. I ain't coming. He's like, I ain't know. You ain't tell. I said, oh, you ain't know. Oh, okay. So he checked me, and he was right back checking me, because he's worried about his mom. So I got to put that same pressure on him, the same way you was worried about me, the same way that you checked me and said, "Mom, you ain't let me know that you were." I thought he knew, because Angel knew, my older children knew, everybody else knew. I thought he knew, but I get Farron always got them damn headphones on. He always have those headphones on, y'all. Whew, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. I can woosah now. I can woosah now. Go in here. I'm about to get my cup of ice, put my PJs on, and get in my bed and watch some TV. Actually, at 9 o'clock, I'm supposed. He don't even know. He wanted the L shaped table to be able to put his game system on and his other screens and all that stuff. He wanted the L. So I found one on Facebook Marketplace. Hurts. They was at the wrong house, because they sure stop it. Is this the mailman delivering mail? It hurts. Or did he just stopped at the wrong box? Y'all, all I see it's a white van, Hertz van. It's got Hertz on the side. I'm wondering what he did. He stopped in my driveway. Now he's next door, but then he had a flashlight or something. He's getting out. Oh, he a delivery guy. He going to my neighbor's house. Oh, he dropping off packages. Y'all see how I have to pay attention. I pay attention. I ain't playing. Yes, time to go back over the safety. Yep. Boss lady, definitely time to go back over the safety rule. Mother to mother, I understand you handled that situation appropriately. Thank you. Thank you. Because even though I was telling them, I was telling the other ladies at my job, and they're not mothers, they don't have children, but and they're younger. I was telling the other two ladies at my job, I said, I'm about to call the police. And they were like, and I think they was thinking I was being overprotective. I was like, I'm about to call the police. And they was like, Gina, he's okay. He's probably, one of them said he's probably in the house just sleep. And I was just like, no, my spirit, honey, I was feeling it in my spirit. And I was like, no. And then something just, I said, fuck it, I'm about to call. And I grabbed my phone and I went into the hallway. And that's when I called them and I told them, I said, I've been trying to reach my son since 2:30 and he's not answering. I'm calling him, I'm texting him. My daughter's called him, text him, and he's not answering. You can't not forget to communicate with each other. Exactly, Belle. Exactly. They can't forget to communicate with it. You can't. It's too important. It's too important. They can't. I'm about to go and check my mailbox and get ready to take my butt inside in the house so I can put my stuff on whew, honey, and relax. But anyway, I found this L-shaped table for him to put his stuff on, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and and literally right down the street, and I'm supposed to pick it up at 9. I told the guy I could be there at 7, but he was like, can you come around 9? And I said, yeah, I could be there at 9. So, and that was something that he really wanted. So I said, oh, I'll buy that for him It's like a $200 table, and the guy is selling it to me for like 80. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get that for even though he don't deserve this table, but I had already put it into play. Let me see, guys. Let me. Don't go. Oh no! I'm not, boss lady. I'm taking the boys with me, both of them. I'm taking both of them. Thank God, all is well. Yep. Thank God. And look, and I know my neighbors was like, "What the dang on police doing over there at our house?" Cause it don't be no trouble going on over here. Oh, they must have took the nail out. No, it don't be um, no trouble or nothing going down over here. We don't play that, but they probably saw it today. But no, I'm gonna take both of the boys with me to go with me. So see, my door is still intact. See, so they didn't kick the door in or anything. You say Belle say take all of them with me. And Angel too. You say, see how I just came in? I didn't even have to use my key. The door was it was unlocked. Do y'all have neighborhood? We do. Yep, we do. We do have neighborhood watch. We have a whole our whole block part. We got what they call block captain. We got a whole block captain. Who is that? Oh, that's you, Angel. Man, your brothers freaked me out. Freaked me out today. Did he tell you the police came and came through the house looking for him? They came in. One of the officers, the other one, he stayed out, was telling me, he was like, he not here. He said he not coming to the door. And I guess he was at the back looking around, and the other officer came in through the front, and he said he was upstairs laying down in the bed with his headphones on. So I'm calling him, you calling him. I'm just like, man, we gotta go. I just said I'm finna have a conversation, but I did tell him in front of the officers. I said to him, I said, if I didn't answer or respond, I said, you fucking pick up the phone and call me. You pick up the phone and you call me and you let me know that you made it there, cause that freaked me out. And when he said that he went in, I was finna leave. I was about to leave work. Fucking making these burgers. I'm hungry. Huh? Yeah, he went because the other cop was like, "Oh no, he's not in there. No one's there." Mm-mm. Got my ice and everything. I love my nosy meat. I do too. I'm not gonna lie. I love my nosy neighbors too. I be sitting up there saying, I'm like, yeah, they nosy, but I love them because sometimes that come in handy. It comes in handy when you got nosy neighbors. They brought the candy. I gotta buy some candy. Got the Halloween. Farron put the Halloween stuff up in my little sign and everything. It is gonna say. So I gotta get some candy to put in the bowl into the Halloween thing for the kids. For it, I need to sweep and vacuum and stuff, but yeah, I gotta go up here and have a conversation with Farron. Like I said, I mean with Farron, not Farron, Farron. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you again, Queendom. You there for me again. Y'all awesome. Share this video because you gotta keep your kids close. You gotta know their every move. You have to know what's going on in their life, because if you don't, when something really does go down, you're not gonna have a clue.
you're not going to have a clue. And again, like I said, I'm blessed. I'm blessed because my baby, he was here. There's a lot of others that's not. Yep. Amen. Amen to that, Tropical Punch. Amen to that. I love you guys. Mwah. Peace. God bless. Ta-ta for now. And I'll talk to you guys later.